At age 16, I had my first boyfriend, Luke. I loved him to death, but he didn't feel the same about me. He often forgot to respond to my texts, and if he visited me, it was only to have fun. We would put on romantic music and make out passionately. But once we were finished, he said, "I have to go home now, do homework and stuff." "No, don't leave. Can't I give you a massage or cook you some food? I just want you to stay a bit longer." "Well, you can do my homework for me." I thought I just had to work hard to make him fall in love with me, but he took it all for granted. So I changed my approach and decided to make him jealous. I put on a tight dress and chatted up Tyson. He and my boyfriend Luke had been enemies for years. "You're so funny. I wish Luke was more like you."
"Oh, he's a loser, no question. Why don't we go on a date tomorrow?"
"Okay, but don't tell Luke about it."
"Don't worry, my cutie."
Wow, manipulating guys was so easy. Tyson and I met up at a cafe and he kept telling me how much he liked me. Of course, I knew he was lying to get me into bed, but I played along. "I like you too, Tyson, but if you are serious about us, then you have to ask me out on a date while Luke and everyone else is listening."
"And you will say yes?"
"Of course I will."
"Hey, cutie, can I ask you out on a date?" "F off, she's my girlfriend." "Why don't we let her decide who she likes more?"
All of my classmates were looking at me, but instead of giving an answer, I pretended to get nervous and ran away. It turned into a big scandal. Everyone in our school talked about Luke and Tyson competing for me.
"What was that today? Why didn't you tell Tyson to F off? I thought we were a couple."
"Because you never treat me like a girlfriend, like a princess. I need more attention."
"Why didn't you tell me that before?"
"Because you should have known on your own."
"Okay, I'm sorry. Can you give me another chance?"
"Sure, but first you have to prove that you really care about me." It was perfect. 2 boys fighting over me, and neither wanted to lose. I apologized to Tyson and said, "I'm sorry I ran away yesterday. I got nervous in front of all the people. But do you still want to go out with me this weekend?"
"Of course, my little cutie. You know how much I love you."
"Hey, Luke, I should tell you that Tyson and I will go on a date this weekend."
"What? Don't do that. He's tricking you. He only pretends to love you so he can steal you away and embarrass me."
"If you were a better boyfriend, you wouldn't have to worry about some other guy stealing me away from you."
"Okay, let me take you out on a romantic dinner this Friday. And if it's good, you're gonna cancel your date with Tyson, okay?"
Well, Luke spent all his savings and took me out to the most expensive restaurant in the city. I'm not saying a guy can buy me with money, but if he is willing to make a big sacrifice, then it means that he's serious about me. Unfortunately, he ruined everything at the end.
"So, will you cancel your date with Tyson tomorrow?"
I knew it. You care more about winning against Tyson than about making me happy. Am I right?
"No, that's not true. Come, let me take you home. I have another surprise for you."
We went to his room and it was filled with roses. Then he lifted me up and said,
"I love you. I want to be with you forever."
That night, he was so full of fire and I loved it. But the next morning, I still left early because I had to get ready for my date with Tyson. And his date was so much better. It wasn't fancy, but he listened to what I had to say and showed that he cared. I felt so comfortable that I snuggled myself against him. You are my big teddy bear.
You are my little princess.
Yay! I always wanted a guy to call me his princess.
Well, I hope this won't be our last date. I really enjoy spending time with you.
The next morning, Tyson brought me to my classroom, like a gentleman.
You look so tempting. I wish I could kiss you.
I felt his hands on my hips and suddenly he lifted me up as if I weighed nothing. My legs wrapped around his waist and we started kissing passionately in front of my whole class. When the teacher tried to split us up, Tyson whispered into my ear,
"You are mine. Only mine."
The next break, Luke came into the classroom screaming.
"People say that you kissed Tyson. Tell me that's not true."
"Yeah, sorry. I guess it's over between us." Luke was furious, and I understand why. People started teasing him nonstop, saying, "Tyson stole your girlfriend. What you gonna do about it, you little loser?" But I didn't care. I was just happy at how obsessed Tyson was with me. He invited me over to his place every single day so we could make out for hours. Unfortunately, his interest quickly faded. "You don't want to meet on the weekend?"
I really need to learn for school."
"But we can learn together. Please?"
"Yeah, okay."
But when I arrived at his house, he said,
"Look, I've realized something. Actually, you aren't my type. I thought I really loved you, but now I understand that I just wanted to steal you away from Luke. I'm sorry for the problems I caused you.
Ouch.